Instruction recording. All right, good morning. My name is Jason Ishii, Chairperson of the Authority. I'd like now to call to order the February 1st, 2023 Kakaako Authority meeting of the Hawaii Community Development Authority. And the time is now 10:01.
Thank you, Chair. In accordance with Section 92-3.7 Hawaii Revised Statutes, the Hawaii Community Development Authority is holding today's Kakaako board meeting virtually on Zoom. The Zoom link details were included on the meeting agenda. Therefore, members of the public are welcome to join us on Zoom and also at our physical meeting location site at the American Brewery Building, 547 Queen Street, second floor boardroom, Honolulu, Hawaii, 96813. The meeting is being live streamed on HCDA's YouTube page. The HCDA communication staff is hosting this meeting. Once the meeting begins, everyone will be muted for clearer audio. Board members, if you have any comments or questions, please unmute yourselves to speak. This is a public virtual meeting, so to prevent any distractions, if you are not a board member, staff member, or HCDA's Attorney General, please turn off your video during the meeting. If you are providing public testimony, your name will be called accordingly. Please turn your video on, clearly state your name and affiliation, and proceed with your testimony. When you have finished, please turn off your video. In accordance with Section 92-3.7 Hawaii Revised Statute, if the authority's ICT connection for the remote meeting is lost, the meeting will be recessed until the connection is restored. If the connection cannot be restored within 30 minutes, the meeting will be terminated and the authority will continue the meeting at another notice date. Thank you.
HCDA board members, please remain visible and audio during the meeting. Also, please acknowledge you're present by saying here or present. Let the record reflect the following members are present. Vice Chair Apo.
Here.
Member Higa.
Here.
Member Miranda Johnson.
Here.
Member Nasser. Member Nasser. Member Hirai.
Here.
Member Evans.
Here.
Member Sakota.
Here.
Member Hasha. Director, do we have quorum?
We have quorum, 7 members.
Excellent. Okay, for today's meeting, board members will have an opportunity to ask questions or provide comments after an agenda item has been presented. Individuals from the public who have requested to provide verbal public testimony on a specific agenda item are on standby and will be permitted into the meeting respectively. The first thing on our agenda, tab number 1, is the regular meeting minutes of January 4th, 2023. Board members, are there any comments or corrections to this minutes? If there's no comments or questions, the minutes are approved as presented. Item number 2, consider the adopting hearing Officer Wayne Nasser's recommended findings of fact, conclusions of law, and decision and order in the following consolidated contested case hearing matter, docket number ACC-2017-01 in regards to petition of the Golden Eagle Marine Charter Services Corp. This agenda item involves a matter that was brought on the board's August 4th, 2021 agenda. At the August 4th, 2021 board meeting, the sitting board members voted to accept the hearing officer's recommended findings of fact, conclusions of law, and decision and order in the following consolidated contested case hearing matter in regards to the petition of the Golden Eagle Marine Charter Services Corp. Docket number ACC-2017-01. The petitioner filed an appeal of the board's August 4th, 2021 decision and order to the state Circuit Court. On appeal, HCDA's decision and order was vacated by the Circuit Court and remanded to HCDA for further proceedings due to an error in the materials circulated to the board for the August 4th, 2021 meeting. At the January 4th, 2023 board meeting, counsel for the petitioner and counsel for the respondent each presented their arguments to the board. The board, after considering the record, hearing officers recommended finding of fact, conclusions of law, and decision in order, the arguments of the counsel for the petitioner and counsel for the respondent deferred action on this matter. Executive Director, do you know if the parties are able to settle this matter to mediation?
Thank you, Chair. To my knowledge, the parties have not entered mediation on this matter. So they have not been able to settle this matter.
Okay, thank you.
And Chair, I note that Member Nasser joined.
Thank you. Welcome. We will now proceed with a presentation of the hearing officer's recommended findings of fact, conclusions of law, and decision in order. Board members, a copy of the hearing officer's recommended findings of fact, conclusions of law, and decision in order has been provided to each of you for your review and consideration. B, presentation of record. Board members, a copy of the record in this matter has been provided to each of you for your review and consideration. And C, polling of board members to affirm that board members participating in the decision-making have personally reviewed and considered the record and hearing officers recommended findings of fact, conclusions of law, and decision in order, and that you either were present at the January 4th, 2023 board meeting and heard the arguments made by the petitioner's counsel and respondent's counsel, or reviewed the YouTube video showing the arguments made by the petitioner's counsel and respondent's counsel during the January 4th, 2023 board meeting. Pursuant to the Circuit Court's remanded order, board members, please verbally affirm that each of you have personally reviewed and considered a copy of the entire record, which includes, but not limited to, the contested case hearing transcripts, exhibits, and written submissions by the parties, and the hearing officers recommended findings of fact, conclusions of law, and decision in order, and that you either were present at the January 4th, 2023 board meeting and heard the arguments made by the petitioner's counsel and respondent's counsel, or reviewed the YouTube video showing the arguments made by the petitioner's counsel and respondent's counsel during the January 4th, 2023 meeting. Let me call roll at this point. Vice Chair Apo,
Yes.
Member Higa,
Yes.
Member Miranda Johnson,
Yes.
Member Nasser.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you just calling roll right now and then you'll run through and affirm that we've reviewed the entire record? Sorry, I'm just joining a little bit late.
I'm sorry, no, we're confirming that you reviewed the entire record.
No, I did not. And I'll abstain from voting.
Okay, thank you. Member Hirai,
Yes.
Member Evans,
Yes.
Member Sakota,
Yes.
Member Hasha. Excuse. Okay,
Chair.
do we have
Chair, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members were affirmed.
there were public testimony? Is there any public testimony?
Sorry, Chair Ishii, this is Dag Suzuki, just confirming that you have reviewed the record as well.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Is there any
No
public
no
testimony?
public testimony. None.
Okay. Is there a motion for the authority to adopt the hearings officer Wayne Nasser's recommended findings of fact, conclusions of law, and decision in order of the following consolidated contested case hearing matter in regards to petition of the Golden Eagle Marine Charter Services Corporation docket number ACC 2017-01. Do I hear a motion?
Chairman, I so move. Member Apple.
Vice Chair Poe has moved. Is there a second?
Member Higa seconds.
Member Higa seconds. Members, are there any further discussion on this motion? If not, I'll ask Executive Director Craig Nakamoto to take the roll call, please.
Thank you, Chair. On the motion made by Member Apo and seconded by Member Higa. Member Apo,
Yes.
Member Higa.
Yes.
Member Higa. Thank you. Member Ishii, Chair Ishii,
Yes.
Member Miranda Johnson,
Yes.
Sabrina, Member Nasser has abstained. Member Hirai,
Yes.
Member Evans,
Yes.
Member Sakota.
Yes.
Chair, the motion passes with 7 yes, 1 abstain, and 1 excuse.
Thank you. Next thing on the agenda, tab number 4. Monthly report and other status reports. Approval of permit applications that did not require HRS 206E-5.6 public hearings.
Thank you, Chair. The report of the Executive Director is contained in tab 3 of your packet. What I'd like to kind of note for you is the financial metrics for the Honoaka'a Limited Partnership. Draw your attention to that. Just to note that there are currently is an occupancy of 95%. There are 7 vacancies that are being worked on by the management company to turn those over. And we hope to get those turned over and ready for occupancy very soon. We also note that on Monday, the Section H voucher application period starts. So we're going to be urging locations to work with the existing tenants and residents to, sign them up for Section 8 vouchers.
Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. Do you still need my services or should I log off?
I'm sorry, Laura. No, we don't.
We don't.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Apologize. Thank you.
That's
Laura.
okay. That's all right.
Okay. So those are some of the key metrics that we wanted to, I wanted to bring your attention. We're still pending completion of the audits. And we still need to take care of one legal matter related to the tenants. Open for question.
Okay, members, are there any questions for our Executive Director, Craig Nakamoto, regarding the Executive Director report? Is there any public testimony? Since there's no public testimony or questions, we are able to adjourn our meeting. Thank you very much for those of you who joined us on Zoom, in person, or via YouTube. This concludes our business for today, and the meeting is adjourned at 10:15. Thank you.
Thank you, members. Thank you, Chair.
Hello, Mary Alice.
Aloha.